Now that, guys, is exactly what's going on. That's precisely 1000 TNT destroying the subscribe button. Oi, 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 everyone. Welcome on back to a brand new episode of the Hardcore series. I have played almost 600 days in this hardcore world, consistently adding amazing builds to this area. Oh, I love it so much. Now, having hit 1000 subscribers, I think it's time we do something grand. Today, we're building a mega vault storing all of the achievements, both from the channel here and from this world. This will be our first build with mega status, so make sure to leave a like as we transition into this episode. So the first thing I want to do here today is to grab a copy of our world so we can see what it looked like when we hit 1000 subscribers. So let's get some maps from these cartographers. Now, to show you guys how much progress I've made in this world so far, just take a look at this map right here and then compare it to these two right here. Now, I have a lot of work ahead of us today, but just to get the creative juices flowing here, I want to expand this village. And something that is long overdue is the expansion of crop fields around this area. Looking at this area from above now, I think this is a major improvement. This is looking so beautiful. Now, taking a look from the side here, as you can see, we have added 3 fields in here, added a nice little path here passing between our gardens here with our town right there and then the fields, and I think this has turned out really great. And guys, stay tuned for future episodes where I'm going to keep adding as many fields as I can. But now it's time to actually make some serious progress. And right over here by the other side of the mountain, this is where I'm going to build the vault. And to do that, we're going to have to clear out a massive area here, and there is no way I'm doing that without the haste effect. And so we need to be heading into the nether so we can make some progress towards making a beacon. Now, this is actually quite insane. The second skeleton I kill, I get a skull. And I got my second wither skeleton skull. Now, surprisingly quick, I've managed to get a third one, but I'm not complaining, so let's head home. Okay, so I've finally obtained 3 wither skulls, and since we're playing in hardcore Minecraft here, I don't really want to fight the wither for real this time, so instead I'm going to try to cheese it and kill it with the bedrock here in the end. So I'm placing down the soul sand here, and now it's time to kill this thing. And now, since the wither is trapped here, we can easily kill it, and then obtain the nether star. Back in our village now, it's time to craft our beacon. Now, to actually gain the haste 2 effect, you need a lot of rare blocks. Luckily, we have this iron farm right here that has provided us a lot of blocks, and we also have a lot of emeralds from the villager trading, so the blocks here won't be a problem. Now, let's set up our beacon and terraform this area so we can place the vault here. Alright, there we go. Now we have a massive chunk dug out of the mountain right here. And I've also placed down this plan here for the layout of the vault. So obviously here is the entrance. We have 2 towers on each side here, and then there'll be a door in the middle here. Now this central section here is going to be a grand entrance hall with rooms and wings extending in each direction here. But before we can start doing any building here, I'm going to need some blocks. And by that, I mean multiple stacks of gold blocks. Now to get all of this gold, I thought the best way to do that was to go into the nether and raid these bastions here, collecting as much gold as I possibly could. Now for this build, I'm not only going to need gold blocks, but also raw gold and deep slate gold ore. So it was time to go into the mines to get that. Now I realized this wasn't the most effective method, so I went over to the mesa where it's a lot easier to find gold. Just taking a quick stop here to say hi to this donkey and also telling you guys that all of the expensive blocks are gathered up, and now it's time to actually gather up the other blocks. And let me tell you guys, there are loads of them. Alright then everybody, so in these shulkers here I have all of the materials we need to build the vault here. So to avoid wasting any more time, I think it's time we go ahead and build this vault up. Now starting off, I'm building up 2 towers here, sort of guarding the entrance to our vault here. And for this I'm using a quite unique gradient, using some wool blocks, concrete and then tuff and cobblestone. In between I'm laying that with some basalt. Now for the big door here, I'm using a gradient going from darker tones to the gilded top there, which is the expensive part of this build. Now coming up here, I'm starting to build these towers here, which I am using anvils for, which is yet another expensive block. Then I'm just detailing up here and then going with the same gradient for the towers here as I did for the door. And there we go, I am pretty much done with the vault entrance here, but I think there's something missing, right up there. And I think the perfect thing to place right up there is a dwarven statue. So I say, let's go ahead and build that thing right now. Now for this statue here, I'm still using all of the gilded blocks, which just made this build a lot more expensive. I put the axe right in his hand because I thought that would fit with the dwarven theme. Alright, there we go. The statue is finally built up and I'm really happy with how the design turned out. Now, if I'm being honest here, I think the area around here is looking a bit rough. So I think there's a good amount of cleaning we need to be doing here. I want to build up some sort of custom cliffside right here. And then I also want to bring a road coming from our village right here, going around the mountain, and then finally coming down to our vault right here. And there we go, guys. I have now built up this path, coming along this side right here, passing through the meadow, and then circling around the mountain here. The path joins up with our vault. Now, with our path here, I just want to detail up this area a bit more, so I think we go ahead and do that right now. And there we go, guys. The build is finally complete. With so many hours of work put into this build, I can say I am really happy with how this project turned out. Now, heading down here, you can see I added in a nice little tree here. I think this looks really good. And then I just added a bunch of random vegetation because I'm not really sure what to put here yet. And I also don't think all of the gold I used was a waste, because I think this adds a really unique and cool touch to the build. And that, guys, is going to have to be it for today's episode, so make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.